Ladies and gentlemen, so Phil Spencer has finally spoken. Well, he sent out a tweet actually reacting to all the latest rumors suggesting that Microsoft Xbox may go third party with their first party games. So let's look into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you may imagine, the drama surrounding Xbox potentially going third party with their games continues. Now that all started on Sunday with Xbox Era article suggesting that Starfield may be coming to PlayStation, and since then there's been like hundreds of different rumors suggesting that all kinds of stuff, really, right? Xbox Game Pass being cancelled, Gears coming to PlayStation, Halo coming to PlayStation, all games coming to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch and all that kind of stuff. But guys, remember, these are still rumors, so don't believe everything, But if you ask me, yes, something is cooking. There's going to be some big announcement coming soon, and that was confirmed by Phil Spencer. Well, kind of, right? I'm not talking about he confirmed the rumors, but yeah, something is going on. Something is up in the air and may fall down soon on us. Okay, so this is Phil Spencer's tweet from Monday, I believe. And he says here, we are listening and we hear you. We've been planning a business update event for next week where we look forward to sharing more details with you about our vision for the future of Xbox. Stay tuned. Okay, so when that tweet dropped, some people were like, oh, see, nothing is happening. Phil Spencer is going to come out and say, hey, Xbox games stay on Xbox, but I think that's naive, right? That's a wishful thinking. First off, if Phil Spencer were just to deny all the rumors, he would just do it like straight away, right? But he didn't. All he did was he announced a formal announcement that will be made on, I don't know, next week. So it may be any day, really. We don't really know when exactly that's going to happen. But that tells me that they are actually working on some form of announcement. There are changes coming, and they just need some extra time to iron things out when it comes to messaging, probably. And I think that's a good thing, really, because you don't really want to be too reactive on it. That tweet is reactive anyway, but you don't want them to be too reactive. You don't want them to come up with some, fake shit and then, go back on it later. So take all the time you need, guys, and just explain exactly what you are going to be doing moving forward. So me personally, I think that some rumors are true, right? There's just too many people talking about it, and there's just too many people in the know that talk about it. Now, obviously, some rumors like Jeff Grubb came out recently, and he said that Gears of War is being considered for release for PlayStation 2, but he said that that's just a consideration. That doesn't mean that the actual work already started and it will come out for PlayStation. And, I wouldn't really be surprised because, it's clear that some games are coming to PlayStation and Switch, right? And I think what happened was that, Xbox guys, I'm talking about like the Xbox executives, probably sat down at some point and they were like, okay, so here's of all our Xbox games, and which games do we ship to other platforms and why and when and whatever, right? So, the fact that you may see a rumor suggesting that, oh, Halo is coming to PlayStation or Gears is coming to PlayStation, but it's just a consideration, really. Well, at this point, like, all kinds of stuff might have been considered. That doesn't mean that it's going to really become a reality. So first off, I would just wait and see what Phil Spencer and his team is actually cooking, what their plans are. At the end of the day, Starfield may be coming to PlayStation. If the actual leak from Xbox era is true, PlayStation 5 dev kits have been already sent to Bethesda to actually work on PlayStation 5 version. And really, Bethesda did work on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation version prior to Xbox, purchasing them. So I would imagine they've got some code working on PlayStation already. It's probably buggy as hell, but they will take their time. And yeah, I mean, guys, like, there's no point in denying something is happening. A big shift is happening. I mean, me personally, clearly I don't know if I'm going to like it. Me personally, seeing Xbox games on PlayStation, that doesn't really bother me much, right? I mean, I'm going to tell you that from building Xbox as a platform, that's a bad idea, in my opinion. But the reality of situation is we don't really know whether they really want to build an Xbox platform now, because who knows? Maybe they've changed their plans. Maybe they really want to really focus on publishing ARM and publish all these games on all platforms and just have some services, kind of supporting some of this stuff, right? I mean, we all knew that Xbox as a console is not really important for Microsoft. We've known this for really years now, right? Because they were more focused on PC, cloud, and Xbox was just a side. Well, it was still quite important, I guess, at least until ABK deal came in, but right now, with all the revenue from Call of Duty and other games, Blizzard and everything, like, Xbox is going to be even less relevant than before, if you know what I mean, when it comes to revenue stream. And there's quite a lot of talk about internal struggle at Microsoft, kind of civil war, some people call it, where there's just like two groups kind of fighting each other for their strategy to be on top, if you know what I mean. So there's Phil Spencer's, Matt Booty's, and Sarah Bond's people that basically they want Xbox to be an Xbox, as in, yeah, cool, services important and everything, but they still want to build a platform. And that's why probably we're still going to see, we will see more Xbox consoles in the future. Sarah Bond is responsible for that. She is responsible for hardware side of things at Xbox now. But on the opposite side, you've got people like Tim Stewart, like Satya Nadella, probably, and other, proper Microsoft executives that don't necessarily care about gaming per se or building a platform. All they care about is just revenue. And this is not to say that Phil Spencer doesn't care about revenue per se, but what the difference is that Phil Spencer wants to make money, but basically he wants to make money by building up a platform and building that trust with consumers, while Satya Nadella's of the world and other Microsoft executives, they are like, okay, so we've got all this revenue, just try to maximize it as soon as possible, and the best way to do it is just to release all these games on all platforms. And it makes sense from business perspective, but I guess it's just a matter of I guess the question is really, so which one is better, which will be more beneficial, and for who? I mean, for Microsoft, just releasing all games on all platforms probably is going to be more beneficial. But for Xbox as a brand, for my Xbox as a as an ecosystem, and obviously for some fans too, like, not really, because even if I were to tell you that I don't really care about Xbox at all, and I mean, I do care, really, I'm just saying that if I didn't even care about Xbox, competition is still important. Even if, for example, if Xbox, for whatever reason, was to stop producing consoles, and they would just go third party, straight away, that would not be a good news for PlayStation and Nintendo, especially PlayStation fans, because that means that Sony has totally won. I mean, they are winning console war anyway, but at least they do have Microsoft in the race too, and they have to compete. And even though Sony has been not really pro-consumer that much, especially lately, now without any competition really in the high-powered console market, I mean, they will be able to do anything they want, like $600-700 for a console. Why not? I mean, we don't have any competition. Nintendo Switch is a different market, right? $100 for games, why not? No more sales, I mean, why not? That's the only console you can buy to play games on your TV, right? So you see where it's going, right? So me personally, I don't want to Xbox go away. Like I said, Xbox games on other platforms doesn't really bother me, as long as it doesn't take away anything from me, meaning I can still play all these games, Xbox games, Microsoft games, on PC and Xbox console. As long as I've got Xbox Game Pass and all these games on Game Pass, that doesn't bother me much. But I do have at the back of my head the thing that may happen, which is, if they won't focus, if they just basically won't care much about the consoles and all these games will be on other platforms, who's really going to buy these consoles except hardcore fans and just fans of Xbox brand? Not many people. And that means that, well, third-party developers will be less interested in releasing games on Xbox niche platform. Japanese games skip Xbox a lot of times, even right now. So imagine what's going to happen, what may happen in the future if Xbox sales numbers would go down even further. So where that's coming. And also, from Xbox Game Pass perspective, I mean, 70% of Xbox Game Pass subs comes from console. So if we assume, because there's been some numbers thrown out there, that there's 34 million Xbox subs, that means that over 20 million of these subs comes from console. So if you're going to stop selling console, where are you going to get all these subs? PC guys are rather slow to adapt to Xbox Game Pass and stuff, right? I mean, most PC gamers prefer to play on Steam. I mean, if I play on PC, most of my PC games are on Steam. I've got some in Epic Store, but these are free to get, right? I don't really buy the games there. I buy games on Steam. So I don't know. Listen, I'm not a Microsoft executive. Clearly, they will do what's best for them. But that may kill Xbox as an ecosystem and the console for sure. So I'm not saying it will, so we'll see. Anyway, guys, so that's the video. We will know more next week for sure, when Phil Spencer and his team will come out with some, answers, hopefully proper answers. I don't want to see the PR speech hey, we're listening and we're hearing, but at the same time, we're not really caring. I mean, you may listen and you may hear, but the fact of the matter is that you probably already made decisions, and it's just a matter of selling that to consumers and fans and everything. I think that's what's really going to happen. It's just a question of like to what degree they are going third-party multi-platform, if you know what I mean. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.